I'm Tina Farhat. Welcome to Her Path to Success. We're with the Arab American Women's Business Council, and with us today are delegates from the Meena region who've been spending the last month in the United States delving into areas of entrepreneurship, small business ownership, and private sector development. Bassem, why don't we start with you? Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and what it is that you wanted to get out of this fellowship?
Okay, before introducing myself, I just want to thank you for the invitation. Well, my name is Bassem. I'm from Tunisia. I'm an engineer, graduated last summer from a Tunisian university in industrial and systems engineering. And I'm also involved in some projects with non-profit organizations in Tunis. And I'm also starting a business with some partners in software applications. So we're going to develop software applications for small businesses.
Okay, great. Now, I don't know much about software. Could you tell me a little bit more what types of applications you work on?
Actually, we're going to develop a business-oriented applications. For example, applications for inventory control, production management. It's application related to industrial engineering, how to improve performance within a factory or an administration. So application for
Oh, that's phenomenal. Yeah, well, you're in the right city for that. We have a huge manufacturing sector here in Detroit, as you know.
Yeah.
Mohammed, could you tell us where you're from and what you expected to get out of the fellowship?
Okay. Also, I want to thank you for this interview. أحكي لك بالعربي يعطيك العافية. Okay, my name is Mohammed Masalha. I'm a business consultant and the deputy CEO in Nazareth Business Development Center. It's an NGO which is subsidized from the Ministry of Trade, Labor and Industry. In the institute I work in it, we help entrepreneurs to start their own businesses, to start their small businesses. We help them in training, we help them in business consultant, and also help them to fund and to finance their businesses to be able to start and to continue with successful businesses. We also help the small businesses owners how to improve and how to succeed more in their businesses.
Okay, great. Is this a nonprofit?
It's non-profit NGO, yes, which is subsidized from the Ministry of Industry, Labor and Trade.
Oh, great. That's great. Rihab, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name is Jihad from Egypt. I'm working in Bank Masr in the strategy and change management. Mostly we're trying to coordinate the strategy process between various departments, and then we're trying to follow up till it gets executed. Also an alumni member in education for employment organization. I was one of their program, then I got hired at Bank Masr. They are trying to educate fresh graduates and then find jobs for them.
Okay, great. How long have you been doing this?
2 years.
3 years.
They graduated from 2 years. And have some kind of activities also with the Middle East. We're trying to have a project to teach Egyptians how to speak in an open dialogue process through training them first and then put them in a process.
Okay, sounds exciting.
Thank you.
Mohammed, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank the Middle Eastern American radio and TV channel for having shown such an interest for this program. I'm Mohammed Mubtasim from Morocco. I'm the coordinator of the undergraduate program for curriculum development at the University of Fez in Morocco. I'm also involved in education management and curriculum development. I'm involved also on project management processes and the implementation of projects for community development. Also, I'm involved in capacity development with a national society, with a national association for community development and capacity building for vulnerable communities.
Okay. Now, this program was hosted by the University of Michigan Dearborn. Were you able to find, some helpful information in that for your particular area?
Sure. Yeah. When I heard about the program again, I decided again to take part of that. In fact, it fills a gap we have at the university where I'm teaching, and I feel it. I have to stretch my abilities and move out of my comfort zone again and improve my skills. And I'm going back again and taking back away a lot with me.
Okay, great. Could you guys tell us a little bit more about maybe what what you've taken away from this experience?
I think it's a lot of things. Okay, it's a start from great new friends from different countries. Also, there was in Washington D.C. A whole congress, a professional fellows congress. There we met with, I think, people from 49 countries. So I think all of this, it seems a small thing, but or not the primary thing, okay? But I think we can learn a lot of, meeting people from 49 different cultures, from different countries. So this point is very important. It's additional to the program itself, okay, to the sessions that we talk and we still taking in these few days while here in Ann Arbor. It's different fellows in communications, networking. I think it will be useful for us and for me, especially because I'm working in an institute that support entrepreneurs. I think it will be useful also for me and for the entrepreneurs that I will help them by the institute I work in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, especially because, business really is one of those things that just breaks down barriers. It just goes, global, and,
Absolutely.
I'm sure you'll be able to use a lot of that. What about you, Bassem? Since your area is so specific,
Yeah.
were you able to get any, useful information out of it?
Yeah, personally, what I've learned so far, I was able to figure out what does teamwork mean, because it's very interesting for me. We visited a couple of American companies here, business incubators here, and I was so fascinated by the work environment, the way people think, work, and I really, it was very interesting seeing people working together, sharing things. So I was really impressed by the atmosphere, and also I was able to better my skills in terms of leadership and entrepreneurship. So how to be motivator, educator, how to be visionary, have a vision to be successful and to go forward, how to believe in your potentials and skills and think to yourself and believe that you possess the ability and the enthusiasm to succeed and to go forward, like I said. So it was very interesting for me.
Absolutely.
We went to DC, we attended a US Department Congress, we met business people, interesting people coming from all over the world, and it was really very interesting. We had coaching session, training from academics, professionals. So it was a great opportunity for us to enhance our skills in entrepreneurship and leadership.
That's great. Now, is this something practical that you can take back with you when you go back home?
Yeah, of course, sure. Actually, we were able to understand more how to manage things, how to be flexible, how to be resourceful. I mean, to be more flexible with people, more specific, detailed, to set goals, and to draft a strategy, a powerful strategy that you can follow in order to achieve your goals.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What about you, Rihab? Anything you can take back?
Yeah, first, plus what Mohammed and Bassem already said, the network, it's very important for all of us when we come to start our own companies. For sure, we're going to get back to the business cards and I'm going to ask people what to do. Also, we've been visiting business accelerators and business incubators. We've seen people when they come to start their own companies, what they do, how they bring the money from, how they work in a teamwork, like Bassem said. And for me, I've decided that I'm going to conduct some kind of a workshop to share the knowledge that I have here with my colleagues from the Education for Employment organization. And also, before I came here, I was some kind of hesitant what I'm going to do with my career. But actually, when I came here, I pretty know what I'm going to do when I come back. I'm going to stay in my department for a while, and then I'm going to go for the investment, because I see myself doing investment and startups, business, this kind of stuff.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, it helped me to decide what I'm going to do in my life.
Oh, any particular types of startups that you're interested in?
Business.
You can start up
in the
Bassem's
volunteering,
tech
I'm
company.
choosing the volunteering work, community work. But when I'm going to start up, I'm going to start a business.
That's phenomenal.
Mm,
That's
yeah.
great. What about you, Mohammed?
Yeah, in fact, again, as I told you before, again, there are a number of, or a couple of good reasons why I'm here again. Part of these, again, is to bridge the gap between the scientific findings at the university and how we could implement them in grassground and rooted realities. And as it has been mentioned by my fellows, again, the training we got here, the lectures we have gone through, the congress we took part in, which there were 47 countries meeting something like 250 fellows at the same time, taking part of those sessions as open space, sharing ideas again. We learned a lot that though we are diverse, we still have common problems that I think networking could help. And I'm a good believer that when we bring soul's passion to vocational skills, all these are likely to fuel and accelerate again the entrepreneurial mindset. And these are some of the things I'm going to take away with me again at the university where I'm teaching in Morocco, together with the private schools where I'm very active, as well as the community that I belong to. At the university level, I'm going to enhance the idea of valuing simple ideas. We've learned, and my colleagues would confirm that, is that we have to reflect on even simple ideas. Simple ideas, if we value them, if we give them some reflection, they could be great again. We have done a lot of also training, and we believe now that training just fuels the knowledge we have, and it accelerates and radiates the enthusiasm that we have towards entrepreneurship. And personally also, I'm bringing away with me again the idea of starting my own business again, believing on the strengths I'm having and also on the weaknesses I'm having. I'm going to build on the strengths, having a good networking, also having a lot of credibility at the community where am I, and I'm going to start my own business that has to do with conference and event organization, as well as translation. I'm going to start a company offering interpretation and helping to organize conferences, because there is a need at the city where I'm from.
Absolutely. So you'll open that up hopefully in Fez soon?
Exactly, in Fez, the spiritual capital of Morocco, and I'm thinking about it seriously.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's good that you walked
And
away
we will
with
help
that.
them to make it an international company. So I think all of us, we need this. Service.
Again, I think though it is not that mature, but we started yesterday thinking about, we did an unprepared think tank meeting again to ensure follow-up. The idea is not clear enough, but there will be kind of consortium or forum whereby all the Meena fellows again who took part in entrepreneurship, we're rethinking and reframing the way how we can ensure follow-up in terms of seminars, training, professional training, and why not also business activities too.
Absolutely. Mohammed, what are you going to do with what you've learned when you go back home?
I told you, one of the services that we give in our organization, it's training and consulting. And I think I learned here a lot of new ways how to improve businesses, how to improve the ability for the entrepreneurs to start the business in the true way. Okay, so I think there are a lot of models, new models that I've been learned here. I think first of all, I will share all the knowledge I got here with my colleagues, okay, with all the team in the Mea Tv organization, and I think after then we will help the entrepreneurs and small businesses owners more than we help them at the same time. And also, I think my goals in the two next years, after two years, I think, I guess after 2 years, I will launch also my own business, okay, because I teach people, entrepreneurs, how to start their businesses, so I should also start my own business, but I'm waiting for the right time. I think it will be after 2 years, not now. because there are a lot of important things that I'm doing in my organization right now. So I think what I've learned here and also all the network will